Hi, it's me, Bunga, as the administrator of the channel. Thank you for watching this show. But don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Are you ready? The show will begin in a moment. Please enjoy yourself.
Good evening, lady.
Good evening, lady.
I was so sorry to hear about your dear mother. How long it has been now, dear?
6 months.
Won't you stay a little longer?
Of course, everyone's going to something else. I believe there are a lot of things tonight.
And where are you going?
Oh, I don't do short of things.
Surely, you must be going somewhere by yourself, right?
Yes, we must have a lot of places.
No. I have no plans at all. Do stay a little. This is such a nice hour. One can really talk.
But it isn't fair.
Do sit down. It's the only time to have any talk. No.
I'm afraid that Adela a bit anxious. We will have to say goodnight now. I say, Adela, we must release this dear lady.
Godfrey,
Yeah?
father's going to marry Mr. Charlie, you know?
Huh?
I've seen it with my eyes. We've just come from the dinner party. I know. He's in love with her. She's in love with him. They'll arrange it. And you believe he'll do it?
No. Not a bit. Go to bed.
But Godfrey!
Don't cry until you heard. Wait till he speaks to you.
No!
Adela, can you call Mrs. Churchley tomorrow? She's to dine with us at 12, and I shall expect your sister come down.
To a dinner party?
It's not to be a dinner party. I just want to them know Mrs. Churchley.
Is there nobody else?
Godfrey, of course. A family party.
Well... Spare us! Please have mercy on us! Let him alone! Go away! What did you say to him?
I said nothing. There was nothing to say.
So it is how he strikes you.
He told me to speak to her.
But what it had in sense?
To tell her I was glad.
And did you?
I don't know. She kissed me.
How could you?
He says she's very rich.
So that's why you kiss her.
I didn't kiss her. Good night.
I have a piece of news for you that probably shocked you.
Okay.
Yes, I know.
So, Papa, you're going to be married. You're going to marry Mrs. Charsley, right?
No! Needless to say, I'm stunned by your behavior. Mrs. Charsley is the kindest, the most delightful of women. She just wants to make you happy. She just wants to make me happy. I think it might be the best if you girls go away for a while. I shall see sending you off to Brinton.
Godfrey was so curious about things that his sister had said to Mrs. Charsley. He asked her over and over, but Adela still did not let her brother know. Moved to Brinton. Godfrey was there, approaching Adela, who was in the greenhouse. He kept asking the same question. Adela, who was still in her pride, would not let her brother know at first. Then Adela gave up. She spoke up the true event. She told the lady, telling the lady about the fake tragedy making their father worse in image. Godfrey that time heard his sister. He got furious, then he moved out.
There is a lady in the drawing room waiting to see you, Adela.
Really? Is it big and dreadful?
Well, she's not big, but she's dreadful.
Well, show her the way, please. Who are you? What is your business here?
I'll tell you what I've come for. I've come for to ask to you to intercede.
To intercede?
Yes, with your father, you know. He doesn't know, but he'll have to. Well, don't look so bewildered. I'll tell you who I am. I am Mrs. Godfrey. Yes, your brother's wife. We've been married 7 months now. If he's taken off and I'm with him. He didn't want to tell your father. So, I hope you will see that. The old good colonel does something. Good day.
Godfrey? Godfrey? Is it true?
I've been the most unanswerable donkey. You can say anything you like to me, but you can't say anything worse than what I've said to myself.
But my brother, what has father said?
He'll give her 600 a year.
The angel?
In condition, she never comes near me. She has solemnly promised she'll probably leave me alone to get the money. If she doesn't, in diplomacy, I'm lost. I've been living in hell.
My brother! My brother!
I'm not an idiot. Yet for her, I behaved like one. Don't ask me. You shouldn't know. It was all done in a day. And since then, fancy my condition, fancy my war is such a torment, and fancy my coming to it all.
Thank God. You passed. You were wonderful.
I'd had shot myself if I hadn't been. Yesterday, I had a terrible day with the governor. It was late at night before it was over. I leave England next week. He brought me down here for it to look well, so that the children shan't know.
Well, you have come to visit?
Yes, I am deeply sorry for the pain I've caused you, Mrs. Dudley. Please, everything I told you was false. Please regard it as unsaid. Please do not despise me too much. Take pity on my dear, sweet, perfect papa. His life is miserable without you.
Oh, this is too hilarious. Well, I never believed what you said for 1 minute. It was all too absurd. I really dislike you and I found you really false. I told your father what a horrid girl you were, and I told him that I could never live with anyone so horrid. I told him that you must be sent away, for you would be never married. I really loathed what you have done, but your father defended you for me, and this, of course, led the complete rupture of our relationship.
But Papa gave you up for me. Fancy the angel. Fancy what I must try to be to him for the rest of his life. Oh, Mr. Dudley, I beg of you. Please, please come back to him. His life is meaningless without you.
I'm afraid it's too late. You see, I'm going to marry Lord Duffield next month.
Sunday is gloomy, my hours are slumberless. Dear as the shadows I live with are numberless. Little white flowers will never awaken you. Now where the black coach of sorrow has taken you. Angels have no thought of ever returning you. Would they be angry if I thought of joining you?
Hi everyone. So we are from WBGB,
Bili,
Bintang,
Bayu,
Febby.
and on this occasion we'd like to present you a drama entitled Raisin in the Sun by Lauren Hasbury. So it's about the third scene among Walter, Yunita, Ruth, and Linder. So let's check this out.
Lord, hallelujah, Lord, I know this time. Hey. Hi! Can you look at this package and see what I found on the sale this morning at South Center? Look at here! Hand turn hems.
How do you know the window signs out there?
Oh, Well, they bound to get something in the whole house. They're just good at burning facade. Oh, Benny, I meant to put a special look on that color over there that shows Mama's good china, and she wants to be very careful with it. I'll do it. Alright. You know what I'm going to do soon as I get in the new house? What? Honey, I'm going to run me a tub of hot water, and I'm going to get in it. And I'm going to sit and sit and sit, and that hot water who knocks me to tell me to hurry up and come up. Catch up and sunrise. You just said it, sister. You know what we did last night? Me and Waterly? What? We went to the movies. Oh. You know when we went to the movies together last time? No. Me neither. That's how it's been. And surprisingly, we held hands. Oh my god! We held hands. And you know what? What? When we came out of the show, it was late and dark. And the things and the stores already closed. And there wasn't people on the street. But surprisingly, we still had hands. Oh, you are killing me!
What kind of Negro?
Old fashioned!
You know, this new Negro have a convention. Is that a new chairman on the committee on education? Girl, I do believe you are the first person in the entire human race to successfully brainwash yourself. Damn. Even the and double ECP takes a holiday sometimes. I just see the chick look for the poor cap on the table. By the way, what are your views about the on Chiefil right down there?
Sticks and stones might break my bones, but words will never hurt me.
Hi, how are you, miss? I'm looking for... Wait a minute. Mrs. Lena Young.
Yes, that's my mother. Excuse me.
Sure.
Ruth, brother, there's one man at the door. Come in, please.
Sure, thank you.
My mother isn't here just now. Is it about business?
Yeah, you know, well, officer.
Have a seat.
Sure.
I miss your nurse.
Thank you. Well, my name is Carl Linder.
My name is Walter Youngers.
Sure.
And this is my wife. And that is my sister.
How do you do? So, I'm the very representative of Clyburn Park Improvement Association, and you know.
Why don't you put your things on the floor?
Oh, yeah, sure, thank you.
Okay.
So, as I was saying, I'm the representative of Clyburn Park Improvement Association, and we have had brought into our attention at the last meeting with you people, at least your mother, had bought a residential property at wait a minute. Yeah, 506 Clyburn Street.
Yeah. What you get a some drink? Bread?
Oh, no, thank you.
Some coffee?
No, nothing at all. Well, I don't know how much you folks know about our organization. So our organization is set up to look after lock upkeep and special project, and we also have what we call new neighbor orientation committee.
Yes, and what do they do?
Here, and you talk.
Okay. It's like a welcoming committee, and Yeah, I'm the chairman of the committee, and I go around and see the new people who just move here and give them the lowdown and what should they do in the climate park. So, and also we have a special category in our association that is called special community problems.
Yes, and what are some of those?
Girl,
Sure. I would like to explain in my own way. I mean, in a certain way.
Would you like another chair? You don't look comfortable with it.
No, no, thank you. So, to get right to the point, so I'm sure that you people must be aware with the incident happened in the city when colored people just move here into certain areas, and well, because we have what I think a type of unique organization. Well, not only do we deplore that kind of thing, but also we're trying to do something about it. So, if you know, most of the trouble in this world, if you came down right to it, so most of the trouble in this world is caused by people don't sit down and talk to each other.
You can say it again, mister.
Yes, that's the way we feel out in the Clyburn Park, and that's the reason I was elected to here to talk to you people. And as I say, the whole business is about carrying others' fellow, and I'm sure that other people can see you are an honest and hardworking family. And you know, today somebody knows about what it means to be outside something, and you know, there will always be anyone or someone who take advantage to the people who don't understand about it.
what do you mean?
You see, our community is made up of people who have worked hard as a deacons for years to build up their own community. And I don't say we are right, because there are a lot of things wrong in what we want. And right or wrong, man, we have a right, or all people have a right to choose what kind of neighbor or neighborhood he lives in a certain kind of way. And that's kind of thing the people in the Clyburn Park believe in, and that's for happiness of people in Clyburn Park and to build up their own communities.
This, friends, is the welcoming committee.
Is this what you come here to tell us?
So now we have reached a fine conversation, and I hope you hear me all the way through.
Go ahead, man.
So as I said previously, I will make your family a very generous offer.
30 pieces, another coin less.
Yeah.
Well, our association is prepared with a collective effort of our people to buy house from you with a financial gain for your family.
Lord have mercy. And there's not even gold.
Alright, you drop.
Well, now I think I would like to explain about financial
You
arrangement.
don't want to hear no except term with no arrangement.
Well, I don't suppose you feel
If
like...
a man where I feel, get out from my house, man.
I don't understand why you're reacting like that.
Get out.
I'm sorry, it went like this.
Get out.
It's alright, I came back.
Why? What happened? Did something happen, Willie?
No, nothing happened, Linda.
You didn't smash the car, did you?
I said nothing happened. Did you hear me?
Or don't you feel well?
I'm tired to the death. I couldn't make it, Linda. I just couldn't make it.
Where were you all day? You look terrible.
I got as far as a little above Yonkers. I was stopped to buy a cup of coffee. I think it's just a coffee.
What?
I couldn't drive anymore, Linda. The car keep going off into the shoulder, you know?
Darling, maybe it was the steering again. I don't think Angela knows about the start breaker.
No, it's me. It's me, Linda. Suddenly I realize I'm going 60 miles an hour and I don't remember the last 5 minutes. I can't seem to keep my mind to it.
Darling, Willie, maybe it's your glasses. You never went for a new glasses.
No, Linda. I see everything. I came back 10 miles an hour. It took me nearly 4 hours from Yonkers.
Willie, you just need to take a rest. You can continue this way.
I just got back from Florida.
But darling, you didn't rest your mind. Your mind is overactive. The mind is what counts, dear.
I will start out in the morning. Maybe I will feel better in the morning tomorrow. This goddamn art support are killing me.
Take an aspirin. Should I get you an aspirin? I suit to you.
I was driving along, you understand? I was fine. I was even observing the scenery. You can imagine me observing scenery. On the road every week. It's so beautiful up there, Linda. The trees are so thick. The sun is warm. Oh, it's so beautiful up there. And then sometimes I open my windshield and let the warm air bathe over me. And then all of a sudden, my car keep going off. So far from white line. Maybe sometimes I might have killed somebody. And then I went on again. And 5 minutes, I'm dreaming again. I have such thought. I have strange thought.
Willie, darling, talk to them again. There's no reason why you can work in New York.
They don't need me in New York. I'm the New England man. I'm vital in New England.
Darling, but you are 60 years old. They can expect you to keep traveling every week.
I'll have to send a wire to Portland. I might see Brown and Morrison tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning to give them to see the line. God damn it, I could sell them.
Willie, darling, why don't you go down to the place tomorrow and tell Howard that you've simply got to work in New York? You are too accommodating, dear.
If old man Wagner was alive, I would have been in charge in New York City now. That man, he is a masterful man, but that boy of his, Howard, he don't appreciate. When I went north the first, the Wagner Company didn't know where New England was.
Darling, why don't you tell those kind of things to Howard?
I will. I definitely will. Is there any cheese?
I'll make you a sandwich.
No. Go to sleep. I'll take some milk. I'll be up right away. The boys in?
They are sleeping. Happy to be on a date tonight.
That's so?
Darling, it was so nice to see them shaving together, one behind the other, in the bathroom, and going out together. You notice, the whole house smells of shaving lotion.
Figure it out. Work lifetime to pay a house, and you finally own it. But there's nobody living in it.
Really? Darling, life is a casting off. It's always that way.
No. Some people accomplish something. But did Biff say anything after I left this morning?
You shouldn't have criticized him, Willie. Especially after he just got off the train. You mustn't lose your temper with him.
When did hell I lose my temper? I just asked him to making any money. Is that criticism?
But how could he make any money?
That's such an undercurrent in him. He become a moody man. Did he apologize when I left this morning?
Darling, he was a crestfallen Willie. You know how it marries you. I think if he find himself, then both of you will be happier and not fight anymore.
He's going to get his license. Taken away if he gives that up. I'm getting nervous about him. You know, Beef?
His eyes are going.
I grab on with him. He's just alright. He just doesn't keep his mind on it. I drove into the city with him last week, and he stops at a green light, and then he turns red, and he goes.
Maybe he's colorblind.
Pop? Why he's got to find his eye for color in the business? You know that?
I'm going to sleep.
You are not still surrounded. Are you, Beef?
Why does Dad mock me all the time?
He's not mocking you.
Every day I say it. Twice. Mockery on his face. I can get near him.
He just want you to make good, that's all. I want to talk to you about that for a long time, Beef. Some things happening to him. He talked to himself.
I noticed that this morning, but he was mumble.
But not so noticeable, it got so embracing. I sent him to Florida. And you know something? Most of the time he's talking to you.
What he say about me?
I can make it out.
What he say about me?
I think you are not settled. That you are still kind of up in the air.
There are one or two other thing. Depressing on him. Happy?
What do you mean?
Never mind. Just don't lay it all to me.
The high-tension relationship of Beef and Willie was started when Beef saw another woman in Willie's hotel room in Boston years ago.
Dad? Oh my boy. Dad? She's nothing to me, Beef. I was lonely. I'm terrible lonely. You gave Mama stocking. I gave you an order, Beef.
Don't touch me, you liar!
Apologize for that.
You fake! You little funny fake! You fake!
Come back here, Beef, or I will whip you. Beef, get back here.
But unfortunately, when he asked Howard to give him a permission to work in New York, he got refused and also fired at the same time. He feels stressed and depressed after that, and one day they had a little bit discussion at home, and it ended up to be a fight between Beef and Willie.
You spite.
Stop it!
Spite.
Stop!
No.
The men don't know who we are. The men gonna know. We never talk the truth for 10 minutes in this house.
We always told the truth.
You big bro, are you the assistant buyer for one or two assistant of the assistant? Are you?
Well,
You practically full on it. We all are. And I'm through with it. Now, hear this, Willie. This is me.
I know you.
You know why I had no address for 3 months? I still a suite in Kansas and I was in jail. Stop crying! But I'm done with Dawson.
I'm not Don Abdulson. I'm Willie Luman and you, Beef Luman.
I'm not leader of men. And neither are you. You were never anything. And a hardworking drummer who landed in the ice can like all the rest of them. I am $1 on whole. Really? I'm first state, 7th state, and couldn't press it. A bump on whole. Do you gather my meaning? I can bring any price anymore, and you stop it in waiting for I bring them home.
You financed woman and you made woman, Biff.
Pop, I'm nothing. I'm nothing, Pop. Can you understand that? They are not split in it anymore. This is me.
Willie? Come in, dear.
I just want get settled down, Lina. Let me sit alone for a little time.
But I want you upstairs.
Come on, go on. I just want sit alone here. And come on, you can go first. You look so awful tired.
Okay, I'll wait for you.
Bye.
After the fight, Willie decided to sit in front of the house and talking to Ben. This time, the hallucination of Willie was getting worse because Ben is already dead years ago.
Now, when you kick off, boy, I want a 70-yard boot and get right down under the yard wall and get hit low and hard because it's important. And then all the force is the important thing, people in the stands. Ben, where are you? How do I, Ben?
In the room, Linda felt a little bit anxious because Willie take a little bit more time than it's usually to talk to himself.
Willie? Willie? You coming up? Willie? Dear? Answer me! Willie? No! Why didn't anybody come? Where are all the people he knew? Maybe they blame him. I can understand it. Willie. Forgive me, dear. I can cry. I don't know what it is. I can cry. I don't understand it. Why did you ever do that? Help me. Help me, Willie. I can cry. It seems to me that you are just on another trip. I keep expecting you. Willie? Dear? I can cry. Why did you do it? I search and search and I search and I can understand it, Willie. And I made the last payment of our home today. Today, dear. And there'll be nobody home. We are free and clear. We are free. We are free. We are free. a table near the windows, chairs, and small sofa. A bell rings in the hall. Shortly afterward, the door is heard to open. Enter Ngurah, humming in a tune and in high spirits. She is in outdoor dress and carries a number of parcels. This she lays on the table. Come in here, Torpan, and see what I have bought.
What does that mean, Nora? But, did you say all these things? Has my little spender been wasting money again?
Yes, but Torpan, this year we really can let ourselves go a little. This is the first Christmas that we have not needed to economize.
Nora, the same little featherbrain, suppose now they borrow 50 pounds a day and we spend it all in the Christmas week. And then on the New Year's Eve, sleep fell on my head and kill me. And
Oh, this is such a horrid thing.
what is in this parcel?
No, you mustn't see that till this evening.
Very well. But now, tell me, you extravagant little person, what will you left for yourself?
For myself, I think I don't need anything. But Torpan, if you really want to give me something, you might. Give me money.
But Nora!
There's a bell. There's someone at the door. What a reason.
Give it this color. Remember, I'm not at home.
I'm ready to see you, ma'am, a stranger. The doctor came at the same time, sir.
Did you go straight into my room?
Yes, sir. How do you do, Nora? How do you do?
You don't recognize me, I suppose.
Nora and Mrs. Lindy is talking about their life until Dr. Wang comes out of Helmer's study and talk with them.
No, my little, I won't tell you. I will going to your wife for a little. I beg your pardon. I'm afraid it's disturbing you too.
No, not at all, Dr. Wang. Mrs. Lindy.
I have often heard Mrs. name mentioned here. I think I placed you on the stair when I arrived, Miss Lindy.
Yes, I go out very slowly. I can't manage stairs well.
Ah, sounds like internal weakness.
No, the fact is, I have been overworking myself.
Nothing more than that. I suppose you have come to try to amuse yourself with our entertainments?
One must like, Dr. Rang.
Yes, the general opinion seems to be that it is necessary.
Look here, Dr. Wang. You know, you want to lie. Shortly, Nora read her paper, and meanwhile, there has been a knock at the hall door, but none of them has noticed it. The door is half opened, and Krogstad appears. He waits a little. The game goes on.
Excuse me, Mrs. Helmer.
Oh, what do you want?
Forgive me. The outer door was ajar. I think someone forgot to shut it.
What do you want here then?
A word with you.
With me? You want to speak to me?
We won't talk about that till later on. This is something different. I presume you can give me a moment?
Yes, I can. They talks about Mrs. Lindy and something about money that Nora borrowed, about fake signature, and until Krogstad come out from Helmer's house, Nora began to decorate the room.
No. No. Emma? Yes, ma'am. Bring the lamb in. No. It's quite impossible. Where shall I put it, ma'am? Here, in the middle of the floor. Thank you.
Shortly after all the problem that Nora had from Mrs. Lindy and Mr. Krogstad, and the quarrel between Nora and her husband ended in separation.
I have never felt my mind so clear and certain as tonight.
And is it with clear and certain mind that you forsake your husband and your children?
Yes, it is.
Then there's one possible explanation. You don't love me anymore.
Give me everything, because you have always been so kind to me. But I cannot help it. I don't love you anymore.
Is that a clear and certain confusion too?
Yes, absolutely clear and certain. That is the reason why I will not stay here any longer.
Nora!
You mean that I would never have accepted such a sacrifice on your part? No, of course not. But what would my assurance have been once against yours? That we are wonderful things which I hope for and fear. And it was to prevent them that I wanted to kill myself.
I would gladly work night and day for you. Nora, fear sorrow and one for your sake. But no man would sacrifice his honor for the ones he loves.
But as I am now, I'm no wife for you. Perhaps if your God is taken away from you,
But part with you? No, Nora. I can't understand that idea.
you know very well that wouldn't last long. I will see that you are mine. I know that it will never end as I am now. I can know.
All over. Nora, will you never think of me again?
I shall love you and the children and this house.
Am I right to you, Nora?
No, never. You must not do that.
Let me help you if you are in want.
No, I can accept nothing from stranger.
Nora, can I never be anything more than a stranger to you?
Go for it. The most wonderful thing of all would have to happen.
Tell me what that could be.
Both you and I would have to be so changed then. Go for it. I don't believe any longer in wonderful things happening.
But I will believe in it. Tell me, you change that?
That our life together would be a real marriage. Goodbye.
Nora! Empty. She's gone. The most wonderful thing of all.
In this video, we get that family means no one gets left behind or forgotten and don't have any secrets in the household. So, you might not trust anyone else except your family. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.